stay in that, you know, that mindset that keeps us stuck, you know, or keeps us like kind of in it keeps us in this kind of victim mentality. Now, as I'm saying this, they're pointing me to my keys, and I'm going, why are they pointing me to my keys? What were they showing about keys? And it was that, oh, there's a little swim wild, swim free. And it was a friend of mine bought me that because she said, I seen that and it was just so you, Tanya, you know? And this is it, you know, we've got to have this freedom. We are grown up enough now to say that, right, okay, we can do this. You know, we're not waiting for somebody to tell us what to do anymore. You know, we're adults now with this. And what we need to do, they're saying here, it's really powerful, is when we break out of ourselves, okay, there's an old song playing in my head. I don't even know what it is. Swing Out Sister, I think. When we break out of this kind of cage that we've been in, this way we've been living, you know, this being the good girl, the good boy, the doing exactly what it says, when we allow ourselves to break out of this, what happens is we're raising our consciousness, okay? And this has a knock-on effect with other people. I always say, you know, when we stand up in our truth and our authenticity, we give other people the permission to do the same. Okay? So somebody just said there, they just found out they were getting fired. What I want to say is, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Know that this is leading you onto something. Anything that is leaving our life at the minute, or that has done since the beginning of the year, okay, it wasn't going to take us where we need to go. What is happening here? We are breaking the restrictions that have been put onto us. This is allowing us to be free again, to be playful, to be creative. This is allowing us to blossom and bloom. This is how it's meant to be. It's almost like I want to click my fingers like this. You know, there's a real kind of like really good vibe coming through here. You know, when you're on holiday and how everybody, when they're on holiday, they always feel relaxed and they feel great, and they probably listen to more music and they see more sunshine and they see more nature. This is what life is meant to be like. This is what it's taken us to. We've been that used to and that conditioned that life has to be a struggle, and life is about work, you know, work. And then if you're lucky enough to get to your 70s, you can retire and enjoy the last couple of years that you have left, when your bones are hurting, when your brain is tired, and when you've started to shut down because you haven't took time to actually look after yourself in that way. Okay? This is saying wisdom is not working your fingers to the bone. Wisdom is finding something that you can do, that you love, that you can offer to somebody else that is going to make their life better. A service, a practice, a thing, an object. And everybody wins. Okay? It's working smarter, not harder. It's working for the collective, not the companies. It came up this week. I've seen so many of it, you know, so many people are on, you know, on social media and stuff like that. And people are looking at them, go, right, okay, that's where I need to get to. I want to tell you a majority of it is lies. A majority of it is lies. You know, these people, you know, that are all these posts and everything looks rosy and stuff like that. You know, they're not, I'm not saying they all are, but there's not all of them are where they say that they are. And when we compare our lives to what we're seeing, remember, this is about illusion, you know. What's that saying? What's the Beatles song? Nothing is real, strawberry fields forever. Nothing is real, nothing to get hung about, you know. I was talking the other day about this, you know, this girl boss stuff, this blah, 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 it's all of it. It's not in the feminine. We need to get in the feminine, you know. It's not in the feminine. It's not not what it is. You know, we don't have to get into the masculine to do this. You know, if we are female or non-binary or whatever it is, before people start with that, you know, like all of this stuff, it's like, you know, embrace your differences, but don't shout about them. You know, you go out and be you and do you, and that's it. If you're happy with you, be you, you know, but don't force other people to, you've got to do this like this and you've got to say this to me. That's not owning your stuff. If you own your stuff, you do it. You know, you just own it yourself. And that's when we are truly authentic. So when we are comparing ourselves to this media frenzy that's out there, okay, this social media, I mean, it's so interesting because it's very Aquarian as well, because Aquarian is about technology and innovation and AI and all of that. It's very futuristic, right? But what's happening now, because Pluto's came into Aquarius, is we've got the next 20 years of like the truth of that being unfolded as well. So it's not all going to be good, okay? But you can work for the greater good. That's the thing. The greater good. This is where it is. You know, any work that you're doing that is not for the greater good will not be supported. Anything that gets in our way, right? Don't see it as an obstacle. See this as it's helping us to get on a different path. You know, anything we see on the media, okay, they're saying this to me now. It's like, you know, it's all the same faces. It's all the same faces, you know. It's not one side, the other side. It's they're all on the same side, you know. And it's not the side that will get us where we want to go. So what they're saying here, you know, is many people speak with forked tongue. So if something's trying to get your attention like that, right? Okay, just turn away because it's something to suck you in. It's really interesting. This happened not that long ago. Somebody sent me something, and the second I opened this, I got this shudder within me. And I went to start reading it, and they said, "Don't read it. Don't read it." And I didn't read it. I put it aside. But there was not good stuff in this. It was almost like this manifesto-y thing or whatever. But it wasn't. It wasn't coming from a pure place, you know. And instantly, I felt it. So, like I say, you know, be on your guard for what is real and what isn't, because what we're looking at here is, who is it that said, I think it was Peter Pan that said, you know, life is an awfully big adventure. And this is what we're coming into, you know, try and see the excitement in this. Try and see that if we are in that place of peace, okay, and strength and harmony within us, then it doesn't matter what is going on outside of us, okay? It's like being that Zen master, you know? If people are shouting, silence them out, you know? Get into that place in yourself that is peace. Because like I say, you will get there anyway. It will either be by breaking, you know, the more you take on of the shouty noises and all of that, it will get piled onto you that much and you will then break, you know. But like I say, breakdowns are always breakthroughs, I believe. Oh, you can choose. You have the choice. You are free to choose with this. And it's just, yeah, you know, they may be shouting inside. I am silent. I am at peace, you know, because that's it. When we sort our own inner world, that is when our outer world will follow suit. Okay. And what we need to realize is that everything that is going on is an experience that we are all having. We all have different experiences. It's how we see it. It's how we define it. It's what labels we put on it. I want to see how important nature is for us at this time. Nature, music, creativity, connection. You know, we need to get out of the mind. Okay, the mind is not going to take us to where we need to go. The mind is what actually can be programmed. and the mind is what can be like what brainwashed kind of thing. So our mind is not going to give us the answers, okay? Our mind can lie to us. It will block out the guidance that we are being given. Kind of the mind blocks out spirit. It will stop us healing. It will stop us energetically repairing, because that's what we're doing now, they're saying. We're energetically, it's almost like I'm seeing like a Terminator thing here. All these little things are going, and, we're starting to be repaired, because there are so many possibilities out there now for us. And this is the time. This is what they're saying. This is the time. But this time is about sharing, okay? It's about sharing. It's about sharing our hearts. This doesn't necessarily mean being in a romantic relationship, but it's being in love. Okay, I sign all of my emails in love, Tanya, because I try to find that love in every moment. Where is the love in this? Where am I not in love? And try to get back. And it's hard. This last couple of years have took its toll. It's hard to get back into love. But, this is where we realize that the transformation in us is coming. When we've got to trust, if it flows, it's easy. If we've got to fight, it's the wrong way. Okay? So there's a lot of things going to crumble. There's a lot of things going to fall. Okay? But if we know that this is for the greater good, and for the greater good of me and you and, all of these people, that these friends around the world, it's like strangers are just friends that you haven't met yet. And they're wanting us to connect, have you seen that they've realized that, like, kind of the mycelium, I think it's called, which is what mushrooms come from, and trees have like a Wi-Fi system where they can actually, speak to each other and communicate, via this. It's almost like having, like I say, a Wi-Fi system, all these cables and everything that are connecting it. We all have them anyway. So in this moment, please put in the chat, where are people from? I know somebody there saying from France. Please put where you're from, because we are connecting in this moment. I'm sitting on an island just off Spain, and people are all over the world, and they see these messages, and there's somebody in Germany, so we have Germany, we have France. This is it, and we're connecting. We don't have to be in the same room. Somebody there in the Caribbean, Wales as well, Indiana, the United States, California. Isn't this amazing, that we're all sitting in our houses or in our rooms or wherever, and we're all able to connect like this. And this is what I feel they're saying to me now. I need this. I need to do some sort of community thing. I feel it, because what they're saying is that we need to know that we can reach out and that person is there. Okay, we need to know, we need to have that connection, not just when I'm doing a live on here. So, right, I'll make a note of that. That's giving me work to do there. So, yeah, it's Spirit are really wanting to give us clarity here. They really, really are. This is so, so beautiful. And what they're saying is that, we don't even have to speak at times to put out the energy that is needed in the world. We don't have to. There's Sweden as well. I love this. I love that people are all over. So, all we have to do is go inward. When we go inward and we just take that time to be, just take that time in silence, notice our breath, start to bring ourselves back to the present, realizing, letting our shoulders drop, letting the tongue drop from the roof of our mouth, letting our jaw unclench, letting ourselves be exactly how we are, not how we're told we are. I remember my mum used to make me walk with books on my head, walk back and forwards across the room with books on my head. Craziness, But what this is saying is things are changing, Okay, things are changing. It's beautiful. I love this. But we will create the world that we're going to inhabit, okay? And this will be through connecting with like-minded people. You know, every single one of you on here at this moment or watching this when I'm not live will be very different. Each of you is unique. Every single one of you is unique. I mean, does that not blow your mind a bit? There's 7.5 billion people on this world, and there is only one of you. Only one. And what you do is you try and hide these parts of you. You try and hide and you try and be like the other one or something like that. That's not what you're meant to do. It's like, it's this is me. Show up. Stand up and show up. And that is your power, because every single one of us has a special little superpower. We all have a bit of the puzzle that needs to go in at a certain place. But if we're hiding, we're not going to be seen. If we're hiding, the people that we need to help us go forward are not going to know where to find us. Okay? And this is so beautiful. I love this. It's like saying, just pull the card, look at that guy. Can you see him? I love that, you know. Proper abundance, there's knowledge, there's wisdom, there's, you know, there's creativity, there's fertility, there's growth, there's dark, there's light. It's all part of it. It's all part of it. And like I say, what we do is we don't realize that when we are sitting in sorrow or sitting in pain, we are locking ourselves out from the world that we need, or the people that we need, that are going to help us to start to thrive. Okay, like I say, this is the last couple of weeks I've been in grief. You know, loss is a funny thing. But during that loss, I have connected with old friends that I haven't seen for so long. You know, this sad time brought people back together. This sad time made me realize how much joy and fun that person brought to my life. So, yes, I can grieve, but I can also be in gratitude as well. When we try to take control, okay, take control of things, take control of this is how life is meant to be, you know, that's coming from a place of fear. It's not coming from a place of freedom. You know, look at the world now at the moment, because people are trying to take control. Control doesn't work. You know, consciousness does. Being conscious of the other, letting go of the belief systems that have kept us stuck by saying, yeah, you've got to have all of this money and you've got to be at the top, you know, in order to be successful. That's not success. That's the rat race. You know, I'm not telling everybody to leave their jobs. I'm not, but it's don't put your onus on that. You know, if you go, you know, if you're lying on your deathbed, you don't go like, oh my God, I really bossed that. I worked 80 hours every week and didn't spend time with my family or my loved ones. But wow, I really bossed it. You know, that's not success. When you're lying there, you want to go back and you go, oh, I wished I just had some more time. And what we don't realize is we fill our time with mindless stuff rather than mindful stuff. You know, what's important? What's important, you know, is it important to take 5 minutes to go and have a coffee with a friend or a loved one? Or do you go, no, I'll not do it. You know, I'll not do it. I mean, the last message I got off one of my friends that passed was, you know, when you're back, will you please come and see me? I said, yeah, maybe I would have, maybe I wouldn't have, I don't know. But now I think, wow, if I got that message again, I would be there. I would drop everything and I would be there. And that's what success is. You know, success is not what people say to your face. Success is what people, how they talk about you when you walk out the room. It's the impact you leave on people. Legacy isn't about money. It's not about, what you give to the world. It's how you made people feel, and that is what will carry on. But all we're asked to do is compromise. Hide a part of you. Don't show people that. Don't say that. Don't tell them that. Don't say this. That's all rubbish. It's speak freely. Get rid of all of these projections that are given to us about the world. Think about where your ideas come